To XSET versus Ninjas in Pyjamas, a match that could have had a lot on the line, but due to the previous matchup, not quite as significant as it once was. XSET win the group entirely.
Yep.
NIP will finish third. The results of this match will not change a single thing.
Nope. Not standings, not prize pool, not SI points, nothing. It is just a matter of having fun, really.
It won't change my love for all of you listening and watching.
How big is your love for the people?
Isn't that a song? How big
it.
is your love?
How big is your love?
Isn't that a song?
That is a song.
Is that a song?
Yep.
That's a song. I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't listen to pop
Quantify
culture. Anyway, the match that just preceded this, Rogue versus NIP. Rogue and XSET will go forward from the group stages
Banger
and from
game.
this group, Group A, into the playoffs. Rogue, the second European team to qualify just after G2. Here's the group, just so you can see it. Ranking from Group A, XSET at 12, Rogue at 11. Rogue are done for the day. The reason why we said there's going to be no change here is because Ninjas in Pyjamas, even if they pick up all 3 points, they're going to finish with 9. That's still 2 back of Rogue. It's not going to make a difference. If XSET wins, it's not going to change anything because they're going to finish with 15 points. Everything is solidified, locked in.
Yep. Locked and loaded. It's just numbers and numbers and numbers.
Lock it in. You lock it in.
Lock it up.
This is my last cast of the Berlin Major.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is also. It's actually my final cast as well. Now I will be on the analyst desk with Fresh.
Correct.
You'll be in.
Has that been announced? Are you just leaking this on the stream? I don't think it's been announced.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't
Okay?
snitch.
Don't snitch.
Don't snitch.
I'll find you otherwise.
And what will you do to them when you find them?
I will pet
Sounds like
him
you're threatening
on the
the
back
viewers.
and give him a glass of milk and be like, hey, buddy.
It sounds
well,
like he's threatening the
I
viewers.
would never
doesn't it?
do such a thing ever because that would be incriminating myself. That would be bad. I'm sorry.
For this matchup, where are we going to go?
Bang. I don't know. There. It was Bank. You see it right there? A heist, if you will, of a match. Stealing some pocket change, perhaps.
Do you think we're going to see a meme game? Do you think we're going to see that? Do you think the teams, do you think they're going to go all out here knowing that there's absolutely nothing on the line? Do you suspect that the teams will get sweaty and ready?
I think it's going to get a ranked style. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think we're going to be running around and just be aggressive. I think it's going to be over rather swiftly as well. I think it's going to be just like having fun.
Maybe a quick one.
Yeah, also because like
Maybe
there is some camaraderie between XSET and NIP because the whole like Brazil, Latin, right? So
Or they're Brazilians on XSET. I didn't know that. You didn't keep referencing that.
you, sir, keep referencing it. They might have some fun with it.
Let's go to Bank.
So we can fly in.
Let's go back to Los Angeles, where you and I cast out of. LA, which is where Bank is actually located.
Is it now?
It is actually.
I did not know that.
Yeah, well, you learn something every day. Don't you?
Actually, I didn't see it, but it was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, XSET got the community vote result in.
That makes sense.
Let's get ready for a matchup with no stakes on the line. It will not change anything about the groups. This is just good practice for both of these teams. How much will they sweat it out?
I do feel for NIP playing basically 15 to 20 minutes after just losing must suck, I will say. But that is the life of a Siege professional player. You gotta play when you sign up. You gotta play when you qualify, and that's what we're gonna be doing here. Osa actually getting banned out. I guess there is one thing that is for certain, which is that XSET are not gonna show off anything special. At the very least, it would be weird if they did. Granted the situation that this match doesn't matter for standings for either of these teams or for anything in the group. Thatcher follows up, very basic indeed. We can expect the Valkyrie, the Mirror, or the assignments with the last 2 bans most likely, unless we get a bit funky, but no. NIP, they're going to deny the information game of Valkyrie and take that off the table. XSET, I would assume, would opt for an assignment ban given NIP's history that operate how LATAM in general can play with it, but let's see if they agree or if they are going to... Yeah, they agree. Boom. Done and dusted. You know, we got it all figured out.
You gotta stop saying done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
It's today's word. Tomorrow will be a new word. And then the day after that, another one. It's how I think it's how the foreign brain works in a foreign language, that you kind of latch on to certain catchphrases and things to say. Because I've found that is indeed a thing, for sure. You wake up and it's like 3 words that are like this, this, and that. And it's like, that's the keywords today.
Locate and defuse bombs.
They always change. Never stay the same. Kino playing Ella shotgun. Spirits playing Jaeger shotgun. And Gomez might be playing Warden shotgun. It looks like a lot of shotguns on the table, Parker, which means oh, wait, so fun fact.
Yes.
If we go way back in time to like year 1, season 2, season 3, we did have a meta on Bank where you played 4 shotguns on defense. And you just played server stairs and main stairs. And because you didn't have like a balance to breach the hatches, you are forced to walk down the staircases and just die to shotguns. I think XSET are going to take us back in time here with these operator weapons. Gomez does have MPX, didn't have the shotgun. NIP, however, bringing a more stable lineup, no shotguns on their side. Bug, Zero, Finga, Twitch, and Ying. Actually a very competitive lineup, if you will. Also similar to that they played against Rogue on Villa.
M870 on defense. Hell yeah, let's go.
Playing Silver Stairs makes sense. Super actually himself played on that staircase with Sonics in the NAL, although with the 416 carbine. Pino, a bit of a toss with the drone as to pick it back up off the rappel, and then throw it in once more. Aggressive roam here from XSET in the open area side of things, but they're going to be peeling off rather swiftly as they don't want to get too aggressive here. Long angles always favors the attackers because of damage done and fire rate as well as the zoom scopes. And Wizard, he says yes indeed it does. Gets the early pick onto Yogg. He's off the board. Goyo gone for the round.
Very first pick coming in for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They were very good in that Rogue matchup, and, well, continuing that trend right now. Fascinated to see the way that Spirits plays this M870 shotgun and how close he can get. Jaeger isn't quite the 3-speed nimble lad that he used to be, so the M870 cannot wreak as much havoc as you would imagine.
Yes. One could imagine the damage done here. Not seeing it yet, though. What was that? Oh.
Are you okay?
No, I caught like your hand out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what was that?
Was my hand moving?
Yeah, I just couldn't know what it was doing.
Well, easily surprised. You're either too caffeinated or under caffeinated.
I think I'm both at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, it is. It's like it fluctuates. Kind of like your blood sugar, Parker. Kind of like that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Just draw attention to it here, why don't you?
I'm sorry. Can't avoid it. It's the reality that we live in.
This is a little strange thing to see Wizard on that Zero with the MP7 in hand. The shoddy Bugatti of Kino taking engagements. The FO12 in the hands of Ella on the main stairs. Yuzi will heal himself back up. A fall off from Ninjas in Pyjamas is now they're going to head over towards blue. Look at who's there. Spirits. Long range, just continue to chip away. And he doesn't have the down. Now he does. Confirmed. An M870 kill on blue stairs. Not as unorthodox as you would think. 20 seconds to go. Almost an unfortunate team kill it looked like was about to be occurring in front of our eyes. 3v3 with Pino dropping right in the midst of the Viper's nest. Kino. Pistol out. Kino, can you do it? Yes, he can. Wizard in a 1v2. Gomez and Diaz, the 2 Brazilian duo on XSET. Last 3 players for XSET standing were all Brazilians, actually. Diffuser getting planted. This should be stopped here by Gomez. Wizard pops up. Excuse me. There you go. Diaz will shut him down. Doesn't know that he's got the down. Now he does. Well secured.
He's trying to get the C4.
Yeah, all right. Just hear some laughter break out.
Okay. Wait for it. Yo! That's not what I expected at all.
I saw the E and I was like,
Was it EU?
Where is this? Where is this going?
Nice, DS.
Nip doesn't seem to find it as funny as XSET does, that's for sure.
Understandably so. I mean, you can shake your head at that one and be like, oh my god.
Oh, they don't seem to find the same humor in it. How strange.
I mean, you just get sent home 20 minutes ago in an opening round. This happens. That's gotta feel a little bit bad, you know what I mean? And then...
they don't have any time whatsoever to prepare.
Nope. Caveira being brought by Kino now from Ella Shotgun to Caveira, Vigil, and Oryx. I mean, XSET having fun.
They don't care.
No,
man.
they're sending it. I like that. I think this is exactly how you should approach it if you're XSET. Have some fun. Play a little best of one here. Maybe even get some pocket strats that they end up working out. You know what I'm saying? You never know these days. Both the Ella Shotgun and Jaeger Shotgun were successful in the first round. Let's see if Kino can get something going with the Caveira. Maybe an interrogation here. Could really put a tilting fashion onto NIP. As that is one of the worst ways to go out. For sure. Caveira and Bank has quite a significant reference of the past. Those Junas during the Paris Major getting the first big interrogation at a major event against EG, where he flanked the main stairs past 2 Claymores. And Gomez just jumps out the window.
Okay, and he's going to go for more. Can he get away? Can he get away? No! So close. Pino is undoing. No traditional hard breach being brought for Nip, by the way. Secondary hard breach in the hands of the Buck of Pino.
I was saying about the Caveira stuff is that Junas flanked the main stairs past 2 Claymores because he is colorblind. He basically didn't see the Claymore and then walked past it. Fabian then goes, "Can I flank with you?" And Junas goes, "Yeah, it's clear." Fabian walks up the staircase, boom, Claymore. After the round ends, Fabian goes, "Junas, you didn't tell me about the Claymore." And he goes, "What Claymore?" And then we go, "Oh wait, he's colorblind. He literally cannot see the red laser on the ground." Doki's the same actually from G2. So we've had 3, and Shotzi is also colorblind, I believe. So we have 3 different colorblind players in different times in the G2 roster, essentially.
Thinking Nade, also colorblind.
Oh,
and the same things befall him on the team.
Unfortunate. We got a stun come out. Kino is forced back to a retreat. Still looking for his interrogation or a kill of his accord for this round. Got 2 in the previous.
I want one.
You want a kill as well? Get in the server, Parker.
No, I want interrogation.
Oh, you want interrogation. That is a kill, though. Because you confirm
Spirit's
it.
another kill for XSET, Nicholas, as we hit the halfway point here in the matchup.
Slow progression from NIP. Not really finding much footing here. Pino does have the secondary hard breach gadget, but can't quite use it just yet because of those mute jammers on the wall. Staring down an angle in towards the bomb side, but no one from XSET is quite moving right now. They're just waiting around.
Of course, the most useful place for a Caveira, sitting in the middle of the bomb site.
No, not really.
It was a joke.
Okay.
Uh-oh. On the hunt, on the hunt, on the hunt, on the hunt.
Do it.
No! Kino, you coward!
Oh! Ooh. Montage.
All of a sudden, FaZe Pino has showed up in the server. Diaz off screen, he gets the kill. XSET are up 2-0.
2-0.
Playing with their food?
A little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
And it's probably going to continue this trend, especially given how well it's working so far. Let's see what's up next. We got Doc and Rook. Oh my god, have we seen a single Doc or Rook? We have not, I don't believe, seen a single Doc or Rook at this event. From our casts. Of course, other groups might have.
I'm trying to remember.
I went through
I think we saw a Rook once.
Oh, there's been a Rook. Yeah, there has been a Rook. You are correct.
Thank you.
A single round. Doc, however, it's gotta be a first, because when you got Thunderbird in the operator rotation, there's no real reason to play Doc ever over Thunderbird. Both the weapon, the gadget, the utility, etc.
Hey, you've been very outspoken about this one.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Before.
Think about it. Doc has 3 stims.
Okay.
They heal for not a lot.
Okay.
And his gun is kind of mid. Thunderbird has 3 stations that can heal infinite amounts, and what you can do with Thunderbird is that when you put down the gadget, it takes about 5 seconds to charge up. Once you activate it, it has like a 25, 30, I don't know, long cooldown. But if you pick it back up and put it back down, it resets to 5 seconds. So you can essentially be an actual hospital. You put all 3 down, pick all 3 up, put all 3, or like back to back to back to back. You can heal people every like 4 to 5 seconds and just really power through those health bars. Doc can't do that. You got 3 stims, that's it. Then it's over. So T-Bird, pretty strong, pretty viable.
First kill goes to an actual mobile target. The Claymore as a jump out from Kino is not successful. Another will follow onto Yaga. We still have the Doc and the Rook.
Speaking of Claymores, Kino walked into one just now.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you just said it.
That's what I said.
And I just said it too.
Thank you for underscoring the significance of that Claymore that was placed down. That was.
I don't know how he did it. That's like, how do you walk into Claymore in the first 30 seconds? That's what I wonder. I mean, he probably jumped out, I guess, or did he actually?
No, of course he jumped out.
He jumped out. I was just curious if that's what happened because I didn't see it.
No, they threw the Claymore into the building at him.
They could have like rushed into the lobby, put it down, walked out. Kino walks into ATMs, gets a Claymore. That's possible.
Very likely story. Ooh, the MP5's coming alive. Spirits with a kill on the dock. Not quite a Thunderbird. Still has healing potential. Focus on the CEO take from Ninjas in Pyjamas. But XSET are there to stop them in their tracks.
Always playing with the camera. Realize that no one's watching, so you can just creep up the main stairs. The Spirits, of course, promoted to Duck, as that 92 Dream Team meme was once upon a time.
Correct.
I like that meme.
I'm glad you did.
Spirits, not liking it very much, gets found out and taken out. No stims used, no stims in play anymore. Gomez next to follow up, leaving Diaz in a 1 versus 4 with an MP5 2.0 scope to try and find a clutch for his team, but no! Wizard, he gets it, NMP they take it, and they are now looking a little more alive than in the previous rounds.
Not going to be found at all, so best of luck to you. First round on the board for Nip.
Yep. Need a few more to go, of course. It is still early days. Anything can happen in XSET. They could start playing different operators if they wanted to and put more effort in, you can suppose, if they start losing. It really comes down to how much energy and time do these two teams right here want to spend and invest into this server. But it looks like XSET opting for a more standard lineup, fewer memes on the board. Oryx is a pretty legitimate pick on Bank because you can go up the hatches you see here, flank around lobby, you're super fast, get a good weapon of course at that 1.5x scope, and you get beep boops, which will detect any enemies that will walk near them on, for example, staircases on the server or main stairs, or inside a stock, for example. Rogue 2 used that beep boop when Spot plays in that hallway. Saw that earlier in the group stage against Damwon Kia, way back in the beginning of the first playday. And last second, Kamikaze attacker repicks onto the Ying. Just like last time, they're facing the basement attack. Same lineup. Wizard playing the 0 to great effect. 4 kills to his name so far. Top gunning for his team with Pino on 5 as well. The second top gunning for his team.
30 seconds into this round. Nip playing for posterity. XSET playing for fun to a certain extent, though this is actually the most sensible composition I think we've seen out of XSET so far in this matchup. Nick? Didn't hit anything.
Nope.
Not at all.
Probably the wall, if anything, but yeah, nothing of value. Not quite.
I forgot about that OXG skin.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about it.
I mean,
nope.
No comment.
It's a nice skin.
It's a nice skin.
It's a nice skin. Spirits is the fastest operator in the game. I don't know if you know that.
I do know that.
Storms into staff area.
Runs around quite a bit. Can also knock over a Monty, for example. That's kind of where Oryx used to get played the most, but Monty's not quite in play these days. Mosey doing his best Spider-Man impression down the main lobby skylight, but it's not going to matter too much because, well, gotta get in the building. Still roamers from XSET around the map as well, and NIP they're looking to storm the main stairs, and Yawk, he is stuck inside this elevator. He got a nade or flashing out because that's, oh, not stuck at all because hatch is opened. Oh, I thought it was closed. Yawk gets out live. No flashbangs on the side of Buck because he got brought in that heartbeat gadget. In fact, no projectiles from the side besides those grenades, and those are gone too now.
Ooh, Yaga trades away a lot of HP for a kill onto Newsy, but Pino has the refrag. He's on a second there as he goes back up the stairs. An engagement could have been had as there was a member of XSET who wanted to fight. Instead, it's Diaz still in this position. Inside a cubicle, he's working hard. XSET slaughtering Ninjas in Pyjamas. It leaves Wizard in a 1v3. Wizard in a very similar spot on this bomb site before, managed to get the diffuser down. Can he repeat that same success? That is the question. He's got a kill on the Spirits, 2 more to go. Kino and Gomez can just wait this one out. There's still a toxic canister for Kino that can get thrown down as well. Buy some time, do some damage. The sound of Wizard walking into the smoke will be heard by all. Yet another could go off as well, and there you go, well timed. Wizard still in the same position on the stairs. Now towards the hatches. Shotgun in range. Wizard doesn't know exactly where to go. 6 kills, pretty good for 3 rounds. Smoke and Kino will lean in, and down he goes. Good job, Kino. Doesn't seem to care. Wasn't even moving. And there you go. Neck crack. 3-1 in favor of XSET.
Kino is one of the best shotgun players, at least in North America, but also even internationally. That guy's shotgun does more damage than any other person's shotgun I've ever witnessed in my life. It's absolutely absurd. Back in my day, sound like an old broken record, when I played Smoke Mute, my shotgun wouldn't do anything ever. Which is why I opted for the SMG-11, which is a bit of a coin flip weapon with the recall and the fire rate and only having 17 bullets. Let's just say I'm very happy that I'm no longer an active player because I would have a terrible, terrible time given those operators. Which is why nowadays I just play Alibi like any other ranked player, and I have a lot of fun because you can literally just run around like Gomez has been doing so far in this matchup and just shoot people with that 1.5x zoom scope. Gadget, slap it down, good value. Shield, slap it down, instantaneous value as well. Don't gotta worry about over contesting or dying early because you're good. You're vibing.
5 seconds to insertion.
Vibes at an all-time high for XSET. They look very relaxed, very calm.
Moving to defuse the bomb.
Cool.
Cool as a cucumber
And collected.
and collected like a paycheck. They get collected every month. Yoink. Same Claymore from Pino in case Kino wants to jump out the window. Last time didn't go so well for him. NIP are respecting, if you will, the aggression from XSET in those early rounds where the spawn peaks were an issue for them. Haven't been spawn peaked in the last 2 rounds, which is good for them. Still gonna work on those injury points. Wizard actually off the 0 now onto a more solo-based operator of the Nuke. You try and sneak into lobby if he finds the right opening. Pop the gadget, walk on in. You're invisible for about 15 or so seconds, and that's gonna be your opportunity to strike. But Banshee, spot out on the red stairs in lobby, is going to cause a problem, and so is Spirits with this 1.5x long-range weapon scope onto Kamikaze.
He's on the fastest operator in the game. Oh! 2 members from NIP fall very, very quickly. A 3rd one could have gone down as well. Moosey damaged. Not mortally wounded, though. Now he will be. On repel, Pino could have joined the rest of his teams in the grave. XSET defending this bomb site down in staff area and open area quite effectively. They'll hunt as the Nook of Wizard runs through garage, and Gomez is there to greet him. Do you validate, he says. Yes, we do. In the afterlife. Ah! Kills him.
Oh my god.
It's word for word. That's me doing play-by-play.
Nice. Word for word.
Pino, 7 kills, 3 deaths. Up there with Wizard, who is also doing very well. The rest of the team, to a bad start. Pino with diffuser in hand down the main stairs. What does he see? Nothing.
Nothing yet. Oh! That's clean.
Well, now he knows that. Someone's been playing Aim Lab. Gomez takes down Pino. It's 4-1 for XSET as NIP just flat out are not playing their game, not talking. This is just a formality for them. The laughter from Kamikaze is a good sign.
So satisfying to see one taps or drone flicks, etc. It really is a thing of beauty.
It's not even there's no bearing on the game. It's just you look and you're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. It's the same as the fact that a lot of FPS games have like a dink sound when you headshot is oh, that's satisfying. Or the red cross in Siege when you get a one tap. It's it just adds to that immersive experience, if you will. And the dopamine levels go crazy when you get it. Absolutely. But yeah, that's how Kino feels when he uses shotgun. He's when he gets a nice one pump from way far away, he's oh, that felt good, you know? But when it doesn't work out, it's damn, did that feel bad. I should have won those.
10 seconds to go.
Final round of the defense for XSET, looking to go 5-1 and just continue their streak.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
XSET have suffered a loss, by the way, so they're not undefeated. That would have been nice to see if they could have gotten all 18 points. Instead, 15 points are on the board. This LAN has been dominated by Brazilians, and we will reference it time and time again, even though they are a North American team. One Canadian, one American. The entirety of the coaching staff. And 3 of the active players on the roster identify as Brazilian. I say that because I believe 2 of the players were born in America but spent time living in Brazil. Oh, that's one of them, by the way. Diaz gunned down by Musi as Nip start things off. Pino takes some damage. More will be done. Musi's just in, by the way. Finds Yaga. XSET incapable of understanding that somebody's over by stock. Jump out. You won't do it. Psycho on an unorthodox repel that we don't see all that often. Spirits is down to the count. It could be a flawless round. We're 1 minute in. It's Gomez in a 1v5. Inside a conference room. A conference call. Okay, everybody get in here.
There
Flawlessly done by Kamikaze. Nip ends the first half with 2 rounds. Very oddly paced in a match that, frankly, neither team seems to be trying their hardest at. in my
You sounded so serious.
In my professional opinion.
Very quick. Like, that's one of the fastest rounds we've seen so far at the major, though. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter, but like a minute is a very quick round on Bang, especially. NIP had the angles on lockdown. XSET, they swung them. They got taken out. Sideswell comes in. Basement's where we start. NIP on the defense. XSET is going to have to rip apart the attack. With no Osa at their disposal, they can't quite just go for a direct sword attack as easily as they would like to, as they were before. But of course, they still got other options. Kamikaze, bring out the Echo. Not a lot of teams at the Berlin Major is actually playing Echo. Rogue, I believe, has the highest pick rate so far because Daypeg really likes playing an operator. But other than that, it really takes like an Echo player to play Echo these days because it can be quite boring, if you will, to like sit on site just using drones. Also like unrewarding because like you don't get much from it, but your teammates do. But also, being on cameras the entirety of the round isn't super valuable because right now with the current meta game, meta meaning like how you play the game strategically, it's very aggressive, very gun heavy. So unless you really love Echo's gun, most people would stay away from him and rather pick up a bulletproof camera on a quote-unquote better fit operator.
I was wondering if you'd see the TCSG on the Goyle, but no, a Vector instead. The more reasonable weapon. Give me a Finka with the sausage. The shotgun?
The T-shirt cannon is what it's called where
Or
I'm
the
from.
pillow gun.
Oh, the pillow gun.
Whichever you'd like. Psycho gets traded out. Gomez falls. Might be, I would consider that a major win for the defense. They've taken the Maverick away. Yag will make his own pathway upstairs very quickly as he gets droned in and knows that there's safety up top. The Yokai drone is now at the top of the stairs. Yaga might spot that. The drones no longer are cloaked, so it's much easier to see those 2 Yokais that have been thrown out of the pocket of Kamikaze. They'll fetch their drones and go back onto it. So, if you're XSET, what's your next step? You don't have a Maverick. All you want, I mean, you still have 2 more hard breachers, but how much the detriment of your team is losing the Maverick?
It's not a huge deal here. Server walls are soft. There's no kite on the board. You got, you know, Hibana and Thermite. You really are in a fine position. The only thing is you lose half your grenades, half your explosives, and you lose a gun, of course. You trade it back on the cycle, so you're 4v4 effectively. XSET does a lot of choices to make here. Where do they attack from? Server stairs, main stairs. Also, they got up without the hatch. I quite like this. Put a Rooney gate on the hatch in open area. It's going to force out 1 piece of explosive utility. Probably not the highest value thing to do, especially given that Hibana is open, who has both flashbangs and 2 Kyro pellets that can be used. But regardless, a neat little trick, if you will. Back in the earlier days of Siege, where people were a lot worse at the game, sometimes you'd see a bandit run upstairs and put a bandit battery on the hatch, and sometimes a Hibana would be careless, which is run to the hatch, pop the pellets, and then lose them to the bandit battery. Even I fell for that once in my time, way, way, way back. Pino now is going to be in a hard place. He's gone. 30 seconds left. XSET, they get server control. They can now run down with those soft walls and start opening up them and then start planting. Because they're soft, That's going to buy them time. But those Goyo canisters, well, they're going to have to plant with 4 seconds left or rotate to the hatch. That looks to be the case for Kino as he's running away.
Just wait out the fire before you drop on down. Flashes in to discombobulate. And then Kino will drop blind himself. Taking damage as he now goes shelter by the soft wall. Wizard shooting through. Diaz goes down to Kamikaze. Will he be able to pull this off? Yes, he does. Nip springing into action. They're losing out on all counts. It's now just Yaga to be finished off, and suddenly Nip comes ahead of the brawl that ensues, and they tighten things up. XSET, 4 rounds. Nip, 2 in a row. Some laughter on the faces of Nip. They're starting to get into this matchup.
Might just be a turning point for them, thinking, you know what, boys, let's get a final victory before going home, because you gotta make that decision. Are you just gonna play it out and be like, whatever outcome is whatever outcome? Or do you wanna go like, guys, let's end on a good note and go home, not happy, but I guess at least with a victory as our last showcase.
Happier.
Happier, I guess you can call it. Yeah,
yes.
happier.
They'll go home happier.
I truly don't think NP are happy with their performance, because they've made invite finals, 2nd place, they won the invitationals before. LATAM as a region in general has had a phenomenal last 2 years or year and a half. Of course, NIP has been one of the front runners for that region for a very long time, so I'm sure they wish they could be there to represent them, but they're in good hands. LATAM in general, I think, is still going to do well and surprise us the playoffs. The big question really is North America right now, because there's been a lot of talk on social media about how EU is bad and LATAM's in the past. It's like NA is reigning supreme right now, baby. Saw Charlotte Major, like 3 NA teams in top 8, whatever. 3 of the last 4 teams were North American or whatever as well. NA won the major, NA Grand Finals, but at this event, just 3 months later, NA is not really anywhere to be found, Parker. And as a current North American part-time citizen, it's a bit concerning, because I am putting a lot of faith in this region. I came here, I talked a lot of smack about it, then they showed up and say, Pinku, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Look at us right now. And I said, sure, whatever. I made a prediction 3 months ago that EU will come back on top and NA will fall back down. It's kind of happened now. Unless, of course, the few NA teams that are making it further are going to show up in big fashion, which we'll see about.
Oh boy, I mean, more can be said. We do go through these volatile periods, Nick. Oh, yes. Nice shooting by Kino on Kali to take down Muzi, but it's been more vulnerable, missing out. Almost getting Kamikaze this time, as Muzi's the one to fall. Now all the troops will be called into action to deal with the Kali, who's taking up space inside of Square. You'll go through events where of the final 4, 3 of them will be European, or 3 of them will be LATAM, or 3 of them will be North America, and it just tends to be the rhythm of the event. Plays to the meta, maybe, who knows. This was definitely not NA's event. It was certainly not APAC's event either. Both of the regions send an awful lot of people home. Yavla was very similar.
Yeah. You're right. You play in the same region domestically for an entire season, develop a meta game, and you can tell if like a region has like a good feel for the current meta and the best way to play the game. Kino having a great time right now, finding multiple kills with that sniper. I love seeing a good Kali player.
As do I. He's still got lances too if he wants to take it down.
Wow.
He hits Wizard. This is phase Kino. Could he try out for it? Psycho gets him though as he walks around. No more Kali. Psycho, nice play on Gomez as well. Yaga and Diaz to clutch out, and it'll be Diaz get the final kill. No comeback from Nip will be complete just yet, as XSET gives themselves yet another round and stretches their lead a bit more.
They do. Slowly closing in 5-3 now in favor of XSET. Kali's pick rate is surprisingly low, given the amount of Thatcher bans. I know that Kino is probably not playing it in the most serious of ways right now, but I do like what he's doing with it. Proving the gun isn't that terrible, but with the, what do we call, like, mini EMPs, the secondary gadget that's coming to the game rather soon that Ubisoft announced at the Invitationals, I think it was. I feel like Kali's going to be just never really played again, but what is interesting, it might be interesting, is that Thatcher's ban rate might change significantly with that secondary EMP coming out because, yeah, sure, you bend the Thatcher, but the kite, which is like the biggest reason for why you want to bend the Thatcher to then play the kite, make the hatches hard to open up, will be kind of nullified by the secondary EMP gadget. So I'm curious if Thatcher will go out of trend and we'll see other attackers take his place in the ban phase because of it.
5 seconds.
We'll find out. In just a few weeks, perhaps. I believe it's next season, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to come out, but I could be wrong about that as well. Either way, I'm always open to a change in the Rainbow Six Siege metagame. Just like the LMG change. Or LMG meta change, rather. I'm also excited for that to happen.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Please free me from the shackles of this confine of watching the same LMG as Finka will lead the way every single time.
Yeah. I don't really mind Finka that much.
Less
but
Finka, please.
yeah. You could even keep the LMG strong and just nerf the gadget and the nades, maybe. Like, but either way, Finka can't have it all, you know, because she really does have utility, healing, explosiveness, weapon, like literally everything. It's too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Yana is also chalked to the gills with utility. Access to the Gon 6, access to nades, good gun, great gadget. So, it's she's got a lot of utility, a lot of flexibility on her end. Finka and Yana becoming staples of this meta. I know people will be crying, just stop nerfing. I would like to see some buffs, actually. I'd like to see a recoil buff onto Zoph's AR again. What would the meta look like if Zoph just didn't have a place? Well, I mean, look no further than what XSET is doing right now. Pino is asleep up top on Banana. Diaz punishes him from outside of the lobby, and we hit the halfway point of the round. XSET looking for match points. Getting that early pick is a good start. Oh, down goes Kino. UMP, a wizard, out-dueling the bolt-action sniper rifle of Kali is a bit of an odd stylistic choice, given the fact that usually that's not how it should work. But it did work that way.
Because it does. Sometimes it does.
I mean, at least expect it.
Yawk working the vertical angles, getting both the hatch and the floor, playing it safe in case of a C4, which there is one off in the pocket of Psycho down below, but Psycho is not quite in the right position, I think, to use it. Kamikaze used his earlier, so that's no longer in play. Of course, Pino and Kino. Now that is a tricky one.
Pino and Kino, baby.
Pino and Kino got traded out. With a minute left to go, XSET are slowing down on these rounds, not really hitting their shots right now from Yawk Dog. Gotta speed things up. Execute comes out rather shortly with 35 seconds left to go. Wizard has the angle hatch. Flashbang comes out. Good flashbang blinds the member. Grants the free kill onto Gomez. He's on the side. Finds one. Finds two. Plant going down. Spirits find the third in the round. Bomb goes down successfully. Kamikaze in 1 vs 4 has to clutch out for his team here, or else it's going to be 6 rounds on the board for XSET, and it will. Match point is on the menu, baby. It's XSET in the lead.
Diaz the final kill as Nip gets boxed out of the bomb site. Pressure that was applied over from that staff area forced Nip back towards lobby and then through both the tellers and archives rooms on the map, and having to go into a small office to deal with the nuisance of XSET firmly implanted in the midst of the bomb site. XSET moved match point. They've guaranteed themselves at least a single point, so the 12 that they entered today with is not going to stay there. They will increase their tally and look to add more to it. Not a surprising performance from Nip, all things considered, given the fact that they just had their hearts ripped out in the matchup against Rogue, Nicholas.
I think you're right. And I mean, it's really frustrating to play against a team that's already qualified, you can't qualify, and they're just kind of rubbing it in your face by like not really trying 100%. Like we're seeing like the meme operators early on, the double shotgun, the Kivera, Kino playing Kali, getting 3 kills around. It's really, really frustrating, I can imagine, to play against, because I've been in a similar shoe myself in the past. Kino opting for a more serious operator, goes back onto Thermite like previously, because we are in the basement right now. We need that heartbeat capability. Big change here. Yawk on the buck is off the secondary heartbeat gadget and allowing himself some flashbangs, because last time he didn't have those, or not as many at least. Diaz is staying on the Hibana because those hatches gotta get opened up. There is, surprisingly enough, no Kaid on the board for NIP to deny those hatches. No real roam presence either, so XSET should be flying through this map. But of course, like Rogue, had an issue with the rat corners. XSET are checking everything. But I say everything, but there's a member, a silhouette upstairs, member of Cycle, hiding on the top floor of this map. And I don't think he's been joined out by XSET just yet.
Not discovered, it seems, as the armada of drones just flying on in.
Oh, yeah.
There goes Spirits. He's in. He's in. Oh, no, he's
They
reloading.
have no idea.
No.
That's such a peculiar spot to hide. Like, it's not even a hiding spot. Oh, he whiffed the shots.
They were calling them rat angles. Psycho inside a conference room takes down Gomez. Undiscovered in his lane. Moisturized. Flourishing. Unbothered. Win whatever combination you want to go for. Now it's Spirits on the hunt. Not realizing that Psycho's sitting against the soft wall. Kino has a good pinch on it. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, Kino, you just saw it. The Yokai is there to try to draw them in. Wizard a double kill. Nip finding some renewed stamina, some vigor as they go toe-to-toe with XSET. And come out ahead, but Diaz picks off Wizard. You'll be no more. The Yokai very disorienting in this position, and Kino will now come to his senses as he drops back towards the basement. Yokai still there, being as much of a pest as ever.
Wizard still on the flank. Oh, sorry. Wizard dead, rather. No longer on the flank. Kino's got to fight the shotgun here in the staircase, but it's an SMG instead. Now the shotgun comes up and Kino finds the first as well as the second. Diaz and Kino both put in the grave. Good hold here from Kino. Nice aggression from NIP to get the round. They're going to have to go a little bit further if they want to get those points on the board. Remember, XSET, they are pressuring with those 6 rounds, a match point, which means NIP will have to go into overtime and they can get 2 points at most if they go there.
On the other stream, by the way, just in case you're here as a fan of either of these teams or you're completely oblivious to the fact that there is another stream on twitch.tv/Rainbow6. Furia and Astralis are competing in a very significant match because Elevate decided to forget how to play Rainbow Six today. They seem to take it relatively easy in both of their matches after clinching the playoffs yesterday. The problem for them is that Furia have also made it into the playoffs, and because of this, if Furia wins their matchup today against Astralis, it is possible for Elevate to fall as the 2nd seed, which means that they could run across W7M or FaZe in the very first round, which would obviously not be good because both of those teams look very strong right now.
5 seconds to go.
It's a fair point, actually.
So that one has some high stakes on the line. If Astralis can keep Furia at bay, they could potentially deny Elevate's fall from grace from first to second.
Not bad. Oh.
I think Furia might have just won at least a round.
Would have been a huge round at that. Probably
There
a
was an
clutch.
explosion.
Yep. From silence to echoes down the hall in this open space that we are in. Said it before, said it again. Nice shot, Kino. But also, what I was going to say, I like the layout that we have here for group stage. We can basically see all 4 teams from where we are. We can hear them, feel them out, the atmosphere, the loudness of the open space. It's been quite enjoyable for group stage thus far. And Kino shooting the behind of Psycho almost takes him out, really finding a fair amount of value on Nikali. As memey as this pig is, as fun as it has been to watch, it's actually quite impactful for XSET. A lot of damage done.
And Psycho on very limited HP, no Thunderbird being brought as we had seen by Rogue in the previous matchup. Nip will forego one of the healers on defense. XSET really enjoying this lineup and all that it brings. One of the beauties of the position that XSET is in is that because they have clinched their spot, they really don't need to give anything away. Are XSET a bank team? Are these real strats that XSET are running? Do they really play Kali on entry? Who knows? Because XSET have the benefits of finishing first in their group no matter what happens here. XSET could lose 0-7 and it would not change a damn thing. So you don't really need to go that hard.
Damn.
Nip is, though. After losing Wizard early on, 3 unanswered kills from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Can XSET clutch this out with Gomez and Diaz? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. No, no, no. Gomez,
Check your
Gomez,
corners.
Gomez. He doesn't check it. The frustration you can see as he leans back. Now it's Diaz. Top of the stairs. Flash in hand, trying to maybe bait them out. There you go. Get the line up right. They're just waiting patiently inside of the bomb site. Ninjas in Pyjamas still showing very good patience as Diaz is caught in the midst of the toxic canister. And then through the wall, Pino will do the rest of the job. This thing might be going the distance, Nick.
Might just send us all the way to OT. It's possible. I said that I thought it was going to be a quick match. And in the first 3 rounds, I definitely still thought so. But as this side swap has come around, XSET are struggling on their attacks. And IP are holding on strong as they are defending the bomb sites to great success. Teller's Archives bomb site being hovered right now gives me some anxiety for an IP, but I feel like they'll just run around and keep swinging people because this bomb site itself is so incredibly weak. It is almost not played by any teams in any region. Normally the 4th bomb site on the map is somewhat reliable. I would argue that Teller's Archives is not reliable at all. Maybe with like a Sami and Mira open kind of vibe for holding top 4 could maybe give you like a slight edge. But generally speaking, this is one of the worst bomb sets in the game, at least in my opinion. It's tough.
That's correct. I'd be inclined to agree. Supernova coming in for Echo. That is something we don't see every day. Before the changes to the Bearing 9 came in, the Supernova was a little bit more viable because the Bearing 9 was easier to control. That's when we were in the era of the SMG-11 and the Bearing 9 and the SMG-12, all being better weapons than most of the real guns on both attack and defense.
It's true.
Pocket rockets, as they were all called. They were absolutely pocket rockets.
Oh
you will fondly remember the SMG-11 ACOG days. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, oh my god.
There used to be an ACOG in the SMG-11.
That was a long time ago, and I don't even have any like real memory from it, but obviously I've seen videos and stuff I played back then, but that is like 6 years ago.
You look at the videos and you just think to yourself, like, this is a whole different world to me.
Completely different game.
Completely different, yes.
Also, fun fact, you can see Lion still in the sky like Kamikaze right now. Back when Lion was always played before the banner phase came in, we actually went through every single map with Shaz, our G2 coach, and figured out in the prep phase that we could see if the Lion was being brought or not because that's gonna be in the sky. So, fun fact.
I mean, you also just banned Lion.
Well, this is before the ban was even a thing.
Yes, I know, but he was also your most banned operator.
Yeah, when banning came around, he was our most banned operator. Like, every match but 1 against Muckit on Clubhouse, and we lost that game.
Why?
Because we didn't ban the Lion.
See, did you learn?
Yes, we learned.
We learned.
Banned ever since.
We learned indeed. Took a while for bans to come to ranked, but when they did, I'm sure a lot of the same people would be banning him out as well. Psycho goes down as Yaga soft destruction upstairs in conference room. Has a major upside to it. And now cycle through the drones as half of the round is still to go. Is that the Oryx and Muzi right now playing inside of Electrical?
Yep.
Sure looks like it.
Yes, indeed.
That looks like his silhouette.
Let's see the drone it. XSET. They've been missing a few drones so far in this matchup, and they should have known by now. And if you
Sorry,
have to
excuse
linger
me,
around.
as it pushes the drone away.
Yep.
Pino falls to Kino, another EE1D goes out. Prevents XSET from being able to refrag well. Now it's Kamikaze waiting through the Kona stations downstairs. A Nitro Cell will be tossed up indiscriminately, but no damage done. And Adrenal Surge comes in. XSET cleaning up shop. Kamikaze in a 1v5 that becomes a 1v4. He sees yet another, but loses the duel. XSET end the match in the 12th round. 3 full points for the North American team, the only North American team that will be seen on the stage on Friday. Congratulations to XSET. That'll be it for this group as XSET finish off Nip, Rogue, and Damwon Kia were done earlier today. As well, in a match that doesn't really change much in the standings at all. But you know what? What if the real match was the friends we made along the way? We have a break ready for you. We'll toss to some ads for you to watch before we come back and wrap up that matchup. Well, it wasn't exactly the most pivotal match we've seen so far, but it was at least exciting, and we got to see some new things. We got an M870 kill on Jaeger. We got to see a bunch of Kino on Kali, and XSET and Nip on Bank. Actually needed all 12 rounds with XSET coming out on top. They're just stat padding at this point. No matter what would have happened, the standings wouldn't have changed. There would have been no difference whatsoever in regards to the 6 invitational point totals. There wouldn't have been any difference in terms of payment because you get winnings for placing higher in the standings. Nope. It was just a 7-5 victory for XSET, and that is about it.
Yeah. No change, really. Nothing at all. And as you saw, XSET, they came out on top.
Absolutely. Well, there's not a lot to talk about there because neither team really seemed to be stratting to the full extent. Nip was playing it very passively, wasn't particularly interested in being their usual selves. We saw some unorthodox plays from XSET as well. Again, when are you going to see Kino on Kali? Who knows? Maybe that's something that they'll bring out later on. Yeah, I don't know.
I like watching it. I would like for Kino to do it again in the quarterfinals, just for good old time's sake.
Well, depending on what happens in a matchup later today, whether Wolves or OXG go through, another North American team could make it onto the stage. I mean, only one team in Europe would go, or 2 teams in Europe would go through, but, or it could be 3 European teams joining 3 LATAM teams, 1 APAC, 1 NA. Who knows? That's actually it for Nick and I as a duo here at this event. I fly home tomorrow due to personal circumstances, so that is it for my entire event, but you're going to be sticking around. You already leaked it. You're going to be going onto the analyst desk, working alongside Fresh in the playoffs.
That I will. It was a pleasure, Parker, as always.
As always.
Another time in the future.
A great time to be had. And I hope you enjoyed our casting the matches that we brought to you, the viewer, even if that last match in particular wasn't as competitive as some of the matches that we saw earlier today. We've still got 2 more matches here on this stream. I think it's Ace and Dez who will be taking over for us, so sit tight. While Nick and I are all done, the group stages certainly are not. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.